Hi everyone, my name is Madison Sutton and I'm a sophomore here at Arizona State University. My majors are global studies and psychology with an emphasis in psychological sciences, and I'm here for SGS 394 to argue the environmental debate, the side that environmental considerations must take precedence over economic developmental considerations. To start off, I want to make sure we have the same foundation, and so that way we can really build on top of that. And so we need to both acknowledge that there are changes occurring in the environment, and these changes have harmful present and future consequences. Yes, there have always been slight changes in the Earth temperature due to variations in the sunlight, wobbles in the Earth's orbit, volcanic activities, the like. But the changes we're seeing now, such as glaciers shrinking, ocean levels on the rise, as well as what we're predicted to see in the future, being more intense heat waves, droughts, the Arctic becoming ice-free by mid-century, these effects are way too extreme to be solely attributed to the usual small changes that we've come to expect in the climate change. And these effects have devastating consequences for many species, humans included, being reduced agricultural yields, and we're already have people starving across the globe. Health impacts due to heat, which is especially going to impact us here in the southwest of the United States. And another example for the rising oceans, Bangladesh. Let's get into that a little more. Already one of the most densely populated countries in the world. As sea levels rise, people begin to lose homes. They lose land that they can farm agriculture on. And we've already begun to see the potential consequences that Bangladesh will have to face as a result of climate change in the few videos that we've watched. Schools have been wiped out due to the intense flooding, and they've begun to hold schooling sessions on boats. And to be honest, if we do nothing to change, it's only going to get worse. So this leads me into the next point, largely which the other side of the argument, interestingly enough, has done most of the arguing for me, so thank you for that. And that is that the largest portion of these climate changes are anthropogenic, meaning that they come from humans. The other side has admitted this by citing that we are in the epoch of Anthropocene. Meaning that the changes we are seeing in the climate are a result of human factors. And this can be seen beginning at the Industrial Revolution, and since the Industrial Revolution, temperatures have been on the rise, an unprecedented level of rising in the temperatures. And this can be explained by, with the Industrial Revolution, our emissions increased, our carbon footprint increased, and so this suggests that something that humans are doing is having an effect on the environment that we're experiencing. And this is actually good information. This is good news for us, because if we can have a detrimental effect, that means that we can change something in our behavior to actually have a positive effect. We have that power to have the effect on the environment. And we can do this by, as my team member Natalie Allen mentioned in her debate video, we need to start thinking more long-term about the environment and additionally about the economy. Something that Chapter 10 mentioned in our Globalization, Controversies in Globalization textbook is Tragedy of the Commons, where the costs are widely spread and the benefits are concentrated locally. So costs widely spread, Bangladesh dealing with the rising sea levels, which they're going to have to do in the future, unfortunately, and the benefits being concentrated locally in a few specific areas, United States, Western Europe. That's who's really reaping the benefits of these environmental or economic decisions that are being made that are detrimental to the environment. And we need to change our thinking to do what's actually can be in favor of both the economy and the environment. We need to start thinking more long term, because when the environment thrives, so does the economy, because we have more resources that we can cultivate and use to at our expense, sustainably nonetheless. But nonetheless, we can still use them for our benefit. And it actually goes the reverse way too. When the economy is thriving, the environment thrives also. A research study done in 2000 showed that as economic income rose in many areas, actually, the demand for better environmental policies rose as well. So they do go hand in hand. It's not this either or, should we benefit the environment, should we benefit our economy? There is some overlap that we need to acknowledge. And even the framing of this debate, should environmental considerations take precedence or should the environment, there is an overlap. it can be both. What's good for the environment can be good for the economy if we are thinking long term. And the last thing that I would really like to mention is, unlike what the other side has previously stated when they cited the epoch of Anthropocene, was that they claimed that the damage has been done. It's too late. We just need to focus on adaptation now. It's not too late. They're wrong. Yes, adaptation is important, and it's only going to become more and more important as we begin to face the reality that is climate change. But we first have to focus on prevention. We need to prioritize the prevention of any further immense destruction to our environment to prevent any further damages that we're going to have to face, because it could get worse. It could get a lot worse. We are going to have to face a lot of difficulties in the future, but if we continue on the path that we are on, it could get worse. And let's be honest, we don't know where our technology is going to be at that point in time, so it's not fair to rely on technology that has not been invented yet to save us in the future. We need to start looking out for ourselves and our future selves, if not our children. Land that's able to grow food is going to be swept into the ocean, threatening our food supplies. Fresh water will become increasingly rare and scarce, leading to intense conflicts, as was seen in the video with the privatization of water. And this will come as a result of intense droughts and heat waves, and water is a vital, vital resource that is only going to create more and more intense conflicts as we continue in the future. But not to discourage you, this is good. This is good information to have, because we know that we can have an effect and we can change it. In research, and this is backed up by research, it shows a 1997 study shows that that policy implementation can actually decrease the amount of SO2 levels in the atmosphere. That's sulfur dioxide. That is as a result of fuel combustion from motor vehicle emissions. And sulfur dioxide has many harmful effects on the environment. One being contributes to acid rain, which is harmful to the environment. And this study showed that policy implementation was able to decrease these harmful effects. That means that all those other harmful effects that I just listed off, we have the power, through policies, through other measures, through individual choices, to mitigate these effects. Thank you. Have a good day.